Hey everybody, Steve here. This week I have a comic I am optimistically hopeful for. One, I'm avoiding like the plague, and so should you. And one, I didn't know existed, but I'm so glad it does, because I'm going to be checking this thing out a lot. Let's get at it. First up, we have Absolute Flash. Now, I'm a huge fan, or was a huge fan, of Flash. He was one of the comics I collected all the time, and the Absolute line so far has not really been all that great, at least in my opinion. Absolute Batman's probably the best of the three that were out so far. I mean, I got into at least the third or fourth issue. Absolute Superman, Absolute Wonder Woman, I couldn't get past. I read the first issue, that was it. Didn't want nothing to do with it. Absolute Flash, I'm very optimistic about this. If they can not screw this up. Quick little review. You start out with Wally West. He's your Flash. He's an army rat. He's on an army base with his dad. His dad's kind of a hard case. He meets Barry Allen on the base. And you see him get his powers. It's a little weird because the comic starts out with him running through the desert. He has his powers. It flashes back 2 days. Flashes back to the present where he's being hunted by some reimagined foes. Looks like they're working for somebody. You don't know who. And then towards the end of the book, it flash forwards a year. And it's a little trippy. I enjoyed it. I liked the writing was solid in my opinion. It was good. I love the art. Big fan of the art. It really sucked me in. I enjoyed it. It was good to look at. And it left me on a cliffhanger that I'm excited about. I want to read issue 2. I want to know what's going on. So, Flash, Absolute Flash, absolute pickup. Next up, a comic that I'm very disappointed in. I'm a huge Doctor Strange fan, and I've been a Doctor Strange fan for a very long time. And I know Marvel has this one world under Doom thing going on. And I know Strange lost his Sorcerer Supreme to Doom to deal with vampires. And now he feels, he's feeling the sting of being tricked into giving up his Sorcerer Supreme status. But Doctor Strange of Asgard is not a good book. I read it. To say I read it, I read some of the first part. I ended up just kind of paging through it, waiting for something to happen. It's not a good book. The story kind of left me flat. I don't like the art. I do not like the art at all. It's sloppy. In my opinion, it's sloppily done. They could have done a lot better with Strange. I know he was tricked into giving up his Sorcerer Supreme mantle. He's upset about it. He goes to Asgard because he's hoping that they need a Sorcerer Supreme. I guess his plan is to gain power there, come back, and face off against Doom. He's a much better character than this. He's a much better character than the way they're treating him. Not good. Avoid Doctor Strange of Asgard. No. Third book I'd like to talk about is from a company called Mad Cave, and it's Defenders of the Earth. Now, Defenders of the Earth was a cartoon series back in 1986. It consisted of Flash Gordon, the Phantom, Mandrake, and Mandrake's bodyguard Luthor, and their kids. Flash Gordon had a son. The Phantom had a daughter, which is kind of weird because normally the Phantom goes from father to son, but we'll give it to him. Luthor had a son, and Mandrake has an apprentice that he adopted from a very early age, very young age. And together, this group of heroes went and fought Ming the Merciless as he descended on Earth and tried to take it over. Well, the comic picks up at the end of the cartoon series and continues the story. And I was blown away. I thought it was great. I thought it was a great continuation into the next phase of this story. I'm really looking forward to reading, I think there's 5 issues right now. So I'm really looking forward to reading issues 2 through 5. It left me on a cliffhanger that just blew me away. I'm like, oh, I didn't see that coming. And now I'm excited. Now I want to know what's going on. If you guys find this in your local comic shop, I suggest you grab it up. If you don't see it, ask for it. If you can find it digitally, read it. If you're into these, if you're into the old pulpy heroes, getting a modern day polish, pick them up. Defenders of the Earth is a pickup. Buy it. All right, so those are the 3 books that I wanted to bring to your guys' attention this week. 2 of them, great books. Looking forward to reading the rest. The one in the middle, Doctor Strange, avoid it. Avoid it completely. Let me know in the comments. What do you guys think? Do you like the Doctor Strange book? Have you heard of Defenders of the Earth, whether it's a cartoon or the comic book? I'm kind of kicking myself that I didn't hear about this comic book sooner. But I found it now, and I'm going to keep reading it. Let me know what you guys are reading in the comments. Is there anything that you want to say about my thoughts? Am I on base? Am I off base? Always look forward to hearing what you guys have to say. That's all I got.